So let's dive into it. There's an awful lot of orange here that's lighting up for me, and orange is a great healing color. So it does look like you've been able to heal some of the past traumas and get through some energy so you can put some new things out in the world, it looks like. The Hierophant, yes, this can be a religious figure, but for the most part, it kind of dictates that you are getting in touch with your spiritual freedom, with your spiritualness. For many of you that walk in the religious world, this may be going back to church. This may be incorporating a little bit more of your religious beliefs into your daily life. For those of you that do not walk in the religious world, it just means kind of incorporating your faith in yourself. And realizing we all have a higher purpose. So it does look like this is a bit of an aha moment for you, Libra. And if you run more on the spiritualism like I do, this may be, picking up self-help books, really meditating more, having faith in yourself. Or for those of you who do work with energy, it looks like you may be presenting your gift a little bit more out into the world, or that you may be trying to perfect your gift, that you're collecting information, but you have a little bit more faith in yourself and your faith in the journey, it looks like. It does, it's on this same line where there's betrayal and fear. So, we go back and forth, we vacillate back and forth between confidence and insecurity, and that's what it kind of looks like for you. You're a Libra. You go between the dark and the light, the up and the down, the dichotomies of life with that scale. So this does not surprise me that this is what's happening a little bit this month for you. But it does look like you have really taken a step into your power, whether it is spiritual or whether it is your own personal power with the Hierophant here. The Queen of Cups is here. This can be a water sign. This can be a Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. This does feel like it is a person that is either helping you or encouraging you. This may be somebody that's already on the path that you want to embrace. So don't be afraid to reach out and ask that person for a little advice, a little help. But it does feel like this Queen of Cups has your back. And, the cups, this is a water sign. This is your emotions. This person is really asking you, the Queen of Cups asks you to be kind. She's also a visionary. She can be psychic as well. So this may be a friend of yours that has some psychic powers that you need to connect with. So don't be afraid to ask for help, Libra, if you need it. But it does look like this queen can be a male or a female. This water sign does have your back. Queens, kings usually have integrity, or they wouldn't have gotten to that place. This can stand for somebody that's over 30, but this really does feel like somebody that's going to give you a leg up, somebody that you may need to ask some advice on, or that has really got your back. They're really in your corner, wanting you to succeed. So don't be afraid to ask for help if you need it, Libra. I know you don't like to do that, but it looks like it may be a little necessary just for some clarity. What is above you here is the 8. This is the 8 of Pentacles. Pentacles are material things. This can be finances, but it does look like you're collecting information. You may be taking some classes on how to perfect your skills so you can make more money out in the world. But it does look like you're gathering things right now. You're really gathering things. You're asking questions. You may be even looking at doing something completely different to make your finances. So it looks like you're right in the middle of the process of collecting things, reaching out to people. If you're starting a new business, this may be figuring out how to do your PR work, but it does look like you're really in active mode on perfecting your craft, whatever that is, whether it's, whether you're an accountant or a psychic. It does look like you're collecting more and more information and how to do things a little differently, or making a change in your workspace. So the Knight of Wands is here. Knights always ask for action. This is in the past position, so it does look like you had some good news about maybe work or an activity. So this is positive change. If this is a person, wands are fire signs, so that could be a Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries. But for the most part, it does look like you've gotten some good news. You've gotten some professional help for your new venture, and that you have actually started the process of motion. And it's in positive change now. So, and it does look like you were a little stagnant over the last year or so, and this may have been due to an injury, a job change, a different career path, something like that. But it does feel like things are moving in the right direction. There is a 5 here in the present position, and 5s really are about, they can be a little tumultuous. They can be a challenge. So it does look like there are some disagreements, or there may be something that's happening around you. It doesn't look like it is caused by you, but you're getting kind of swept up. So it could be a couple of people in the household that are not agreeing and asking you to be, you know, the deciding factor. It does look like you just want to be neutral in this position. Let them, you know, you just want to diffuse the situation, but you do not want to integrate yourself into this problem. And I would advise you to take a step back and let them duke it out. It's really not your issue, although it does affect you. So especially if it's in your home, it will affect you greatly. So, you know, your kids may be fighting, your wife and your daughter may be fighting, roommates, something like that. It can also be work, that there might be some tumultuous stuff at work, and you just don't want to even engage in this. It really affects you, but it doesn't have anything to do with you. So take the high road if you can. Be Switzerland, be neutral, and let them duke it out. The King of Pentacles is here. This can be an earth sign, Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo. This is something in the future position. So this conflict actually may involve this king of Pentacles. Pentacles is really about courage and wealth, worldly possessions, and power and success. But this does feel like it is a person that you may have just a little bit of mistrust with. This can be a male or a female, but it's usually someone over 30 or 40. But it does feel like there was a bit of miscommunication, or is happening right now. So you may need to jump into the resolve once this is all handled. But that King of Pentacles, again, that can be an earth sign, Virgo, Capricorn, or Taurus. But it does feel like some decisions other people are making affect you. So the Ace of Wands is here. Aces are like hands of God. The wands are things that just come right out of kind of sudden movement, sudden propositions, sudden things, but it's upside down. So it does feel like maybe your new stuff is taking a little bit longer to create, taking a little bit more effort to manifest it. But it does feel like, you know, with this ace, it can mean even creating a new identity for yourself. That's something that's completely different. It also can stand for delays. So this project that you're working on may be a little delayed as you collect more and more of the puzzle pieces, and you get a little bit more certain in your information and how things are going to run. So this does feel like that new creation, something you've been working on, either the new job, new relationship, new house. There's a bit of delays. It may have something to do with money. It may have something to do with this King of Pentacles as well. The next card is the 10. This is the 10 of Swords. This feels like a betrayal. It does feel like maybe a friendship is coming to an end. This may be the King of Pentacles. This can be a friendship. This can be a family member, a lover, spouse, but it does feel like some betrayal, some lying has been uncovered, something that affected you greatly and that you feel very betrayed about it. It does feel like this King of Pentacles did something hinky, undermined, maybe didn't pay their portion of the rent type of thing. All this stuff affects you. So it does look like there is a resolution. You do have a lot of fear about how this will resolve. This is kind of the fear and loathing card. It can also be a little paranoid card. So make sure that your fear is warranted, and that maybe I know Libras, air signs, you guys get stuck in your head, so don't stay there too long. Start the motion a little bit for the resolution, but realize if you are having issues in your either a relationship, intimate relationship, friendship, family member, if you are taking your leave from this relationship, it is meant to be. And even though it is sad and really makes you feel betrayed, that person needs to be out of your life, and Spirit will do everything in their power to get them out of your life if they are causing hate and discontent. So the world is right here above you. This is the highest card. This is a really, really good luck card. So it does look like all this work that you're doing will pay off. It does feel like you will have some financial gains. You are also, with this world here and this new endeavor, you're being connected with different types of people that maybe you had not normally sought out. So it does feel like that you're getting connected with a new group of people that really sing to your heart. There's a lot more like-minded stuff happening, and you're on the same page type of thing. So even though this King of Pentacles is kind of sad and hurtful, it does feel like the future is much brighter for you without this tumultuous jive in your space. So the world, this is good luck. So, go play the lotto. I'm not promising anything, Libra, but go play the lotto. It is a lucky time for you now. Now that Spirit is kind of removing a lot of the obstacles and the people that have not really benefited you. So once that has happened, the world is opening up to you. I'm also getting a message that you may be traveling. You may be traveling over a large distance in a couple of months. This does feel like a foreign country. This doesn't feel like across your country. It does feel like a different country over a large body of water. I am feeling like South America, but I don't want to limit it for all you Libras. But it does feel, I'm seeing like South America, or it may even be the continent of Africa. Sorry, it kind of looks like that. But the world is open to you. I do think that you're going to get an invitation kind of out of the blue to share some of these new gifts or new perspective to the world. So that is the culmination card of all this. The King of Swords is on one side. I believe this can be you. I believe it is you. Whether you're in a male earth suit or a female earth suit, or it can stand for a Gemini, Libra, or an Aquarius. But this really feels, being right next to the world, that it's time for you to come into your power. Cut through the jive. Turn off some of that mental stuff and start putting action behind these great and wonderful ideas that you've had for quite a long time. This King of Swords, he requires great strength, but he also requires some work to be done and some communication. He also can stand for a teacher, so you may be moving into a teaching position, Libra, or teaching someone new. Doesn't mean that you're going to be a teacher, but it can mean you're teaching someone new. So don't be afraid to share your new gifts and bounce things off of people, as other people will share and bounce things off of you as well. The Sun is here. That's new enterprises. That's success, getting on a new path. So whatever happened in the past that kind of upset the apple cart, that was supposed to be like that. It is upsetting as it was. New beginnings. It's new beginnings. The sun is shining. It's a baby spirit, and things are starting to take off. So don't lose momentum in that action, Libra. Don't jump into that head and overthink it. Take a step in one direction, and if that direction doesn't work, come back and try the other direction. I really caution you to stay out of your head and put some action behind your words and your wonderful, wonderful ideas. So that is your general reading, Libra, for the month of August. I'm going to throw a couple of these gypsy cards that I were gifted, And they're one-word cards that kind of verify, bring things home. All right, there's 2. So we have servant and pleasure seekers. So it's time to be of service a bit to yourself and your journey instead of other people. And pleasure seekers, find something that makes you happy. So it does look like you're trying to turn either a hobby or a pleasure into a money-making endeavor. So have faith and keep going. Put a little action behind those wonderful ideas, Libra, and all will be well. The world is right here. Take a chance. Take a chance and jump into your greatness.